was slow that week at the agency. Slow, quiet, and boring. I needed a case, needed it bad. My name's Kid, the Kid, and this is my partner, KC. We solve problems.
Come on, Kid. Use the free time and clean up your office. I'm going to work on deleting some old files and removing empty directories.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Hey, Casey. Casey! Casey! Casey, are you in there? Casey!
Come on, Kid. I was just having some fun. You know, you're better looking from this angle.
Very funny. Yeah! Oh. When did you come in?
Sorry, Mr. Kidd.
I told you to knock, Walter.
We're the Tishmans. You know Tishman.
The Tishmans?
Oh, Tishman. Yes, yes.
The case of the deadly donuts.
The case of the pilfered poodles.
The case of the rusty rollerblades.
I never liked that one. Well, I didn't.
Is that the series with the detective named Boyle?
Yes, Boyle. Lance Boyle. Super sleuth.
Man, oh man. He's my idol. I love that guy, Lance Boyle. What a smart guy. So, you folks write the Lance Boyle books. Oh, gee, I'm really honored.
Well, we don't write them exactly.
The books are actually the creation of Melvin Tishman, who is my
And he's been working on the latest.
Already has a movie deal.
Big money, too.
Only now he's disappeared.
Aha! Disappeared. And you want me to take the case. Well, it all becomes clear.
He hasn't really disappeared. You're so dramatic, Albert.
We know where he is.
What's it say, Kid?
Dear family, I am sick of writing Lance Boyle books and films. You can tell the movie people that the deal's off. Or finish the book yourselves. Ha ha. Melvin. Gee, that's a shame. I was already looking forward to the next Lance Boyle case.
That's where you come in, Mr. Kidd.
We have the unfinished manuscript.
The case of the Bibble Bobble.
We can't figure out who's guilty.
And since you're a detective, we thought you could tell us who done it.
Maybe even write the ending yourself.
And if you do, we'll give you full screenwriting credit.
And then we'll pay you. Of course.
Instead of paying us now, I suppose?
Golly, Casey, I don't care about the fee.
You know, I really hate it when you talk like that, Kid.
I mean it. I get to work on a Lance Boyle case. I don't care about the money. Now, Mr. Tish... How do they do that? Aha! The case of the Bibble Bobble. And they put it on disc so you can read it too, Casey. I think we should go to work on this someplace nice and quiet.
Not to mention, neater.
What? So you see, Stan, all I've got to do is come up with an ending to Melvin Tishman's latest book, and I'm on my way to fame and fortune. But I'll never forget the little people that helped me along the way. People like you, Stan.
Well, that's comforting, Kid. So, you want something to eat while you read?
Read?
Since you're writing the end of the story, it might be smart to take a look at the beginning.
Yes, I was just about to do that. Hey, Stan, how about a hot fudge sundae with lots of pistachios? And throw some coconut on it, too, will you?
Gross.
Quiet, I'm reading. Lance Boyle carefully steered his jaunty little sports car up the sweeping driveway leading to Bibble Manor. A jumble of thoughts filled his handsome head as he deftly maneuvered the powerful machine with practiced skill. He screeched to a halt at the massive front door and climbed out of the car with cat-like movements. Before he could ring the doorbell with one of his well-manicured fingers, it opened to reveal an old man.
Good evening, sir. Oh, you must be Lance Boyle. I'm Bentley, the Bibble butler. The family is waiting. Please follow me. Mr. Lance Boyle.
It's a closet, Bentley.
Oh, so it is. How very observant of you, sir. Here we are, sir. Oh, no, that isn't it either. I'm sorry, sir. I seem to have misplaced the library.
How long have you worked here, Bentley?
Why, 20 years, Mr. Boyle. I would appreciate it if you wouldn't mention this to the family when we finally locate them. Lately, I've been losing things. Well, you see, recently, I was walking the dogs on the back lawn when something just dropped out of the sky and struck me on the head. Oh, I was knocked unconscious, and ever since, I've become absent-minded. Here we are, sir. Mr. Lance Boyle.
How do you do, Mr. Boyle? I'm Parker Bibble, and this is my lovely wife, Lydia. And that will be all, Bentley.
Can we offer you a drink, Mr. Boyle? Bailey, bring Mr. Boyle something to drink.
Hot chocolate, please, Bailey. Stirred, not shaken.
Right away, sir.
Mr. Boyle, it's simply too wonderful of you to come so quickly. We're simply ever so grateful. I'm Jade Bibble, and this is my fiancé, Skip Tracy.
I say, I must concur with my darling Jade. Top drawer of you. Oh, do excuse the togs. Jade and I were just out on the courts bashing the bouncy ball. Tennis, you know. Do you play?
Sorry, no. I don't perspire.
Well, if that's the case, then perhaps you'd like to hit a few golf balls around. I have a nice little driving range out on the back lawn.
Some other time, maybe. Why, thank you, Bailey.
You're welcome, sir. If you want any more, I always keep a pot of hot chocolate for guests.
That will be all, Bailey. So, Lance, we seem to find ourselves in a bit of trouble.
Oh, not we, Parker. You, all of you. If I didn't get my bauble back. How do you do, Mr. Boyle? I'm Emily Bibble, and it was my bauble that was stolen. It was kept right there, the Bibble bauble. Of course, it wasn't always the Bibble bauble. It used to be the Bailey bauble. But that was before the Bailey Bank went bankrupt. You know, belly up.
Sorry, Mum.
So hard to get decent help these days. Anyway, we were all in the room last night. Even Bentley. The phone rang. Bailey answered it. It was for Parker. Suddenly the lights went out. There was confusion for a few minutes. Then when the lights came back up, the bauble was gone from there.
Just one question, ma'am. Just what is a bibble bauble? What?
Why, it's only the most fabulous piece of jewelry in the world. It's covered with diamonds and rubies and emeralds.
And I intended to donate it to charity.
Which was criminal. Oh, it belonged with someone who truly understood and appreciated its beauty. Someone with a collection worthy of it.
Like you, Lydia? No wonder Parker is nearly penniless the way you buy jewelry.
Is that what the phone call was about, Daddy? More financial troubles?
No. Actually, Jade, it was our lawyer. He wants to know what we want to do about your case, your shoplifting case. Oh, Jade, when are you going to stop taking things that aren't yours? Well, Mr. Boyle, you seem to have your work cut out for you. Where do you plan to start?
I'll probably start there.
Really, Mr. Boyle? Do you have time to read?
I was referring, Mrs. Bibble, to the secret room. You see, the molding doesn't quite match there.
Tiffany, what are you doing in there? Mr. Boyle, this is my baby sister, Tiffany.
Gosh, Jade, don't call me that. I'm not a baby.
Oh, yes, you are, precious. You're Mama's baby.
I say, Tiffy, not exactly cricket to hide and spy on us.
Oh, yeah, Skippy old bean? Say, how are things at the employment office?
And how are things at school, you little twerp? Do you still have to pay the other kids to be your friend?
Employment office? Skip, you weren't looking for a job?
Oh, love of my life, it's too horrible. Mummy and Daddy have kicked me out, and I'll have to resign the club and everything if I don't get a... Oh, you know.
Oh, Tiffany, my little lumpkin. Have those nasty children been picking on you again?
Not as long as I pay them, Mommy. So, can I have an advance on my allowance?
We have been all through this before, Tiffany. Talk to Gran.
So what do you say, Gran? When you collect the insurance on the bauble, could you see your way clear to lending your favorite granddaughter a few thou to see her through the 6th grade? You'll be coming to what? A few million or so if the bauble isn't found.
How interesting.
What have you got?
This. It not only tells me who took the bauble, but where it can be found. This is the key to solving the mystery.
What does it say? Read it now.
It says...
Kid, do you want to keep it down? You're scaring the other customers. Oh, and look, I'm going to start charging you for office space.
I'm sorry, Stan. See, Casey, this is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
That's kind of a recurring theme with you, isn't it, kid? So, what have you got so far?
Well, I got this angle, and from this person's point of view, and, well, if you look at it this way, I've got zip. Not a big zeroid negativo, nothing. I'll never solve the case of the Bibble Bobble this way.
Okay, kid. Calm down. I'm going to ask the rest of the kid crew for help. Attention, crew. Well, it looks like our fearless leader has gotten himself into another predicament. He could really use your help. Can you write out the story of the Bibble Bobble and give it some possible endings? We would really appreciate it.
Thanks, Kid Crew. And thanks, KC.
Here's looking at you, kid.
Welcome to our third show in Casey and the Kid. And there's no mystery about it. This episode is wide open for creative student learning. As you would expect from the title, Right On Kid focuses on language arts. Reading and writing opportunities abound. In field testing, we found the character study activity is critical for quality story writing, or in this case, playwriting. This is a specialized skill, so you may need to provide some additional instruction. The storyboard form in the Always Essential Teacher's Guide is a useful tool to help students organize their play. Technology applications include word processing to create the storyline, a video camera to tape the actors, and even an audio tape recorder to add sound effects. Finally, to make the playwriting authentic, have an audience when your students solve the mystery of the Bibble Bobble.